In the 90s, one car ruled the American streets. The Ford Crown Victoria, perhaps Hollywood's most recognizable car, forever etched into the image of US police forces, as well as the classic yellow taxi.
Hello and welcome to another episode of SCS on the Road. We're here in Leipzig, Germany, where we've met with Marcel, one of our community members who reached out after we put out a blog called Road Trip, a call for community help, where we were requesting the community to maybe reach out to us if they had any of the vehicles we were looking for to do some sound recording. Marcel here happened to have this beautiful Ford Crown Victoria P71 Interceptor?
That is correct, yes.
Yeah, so we came here today to Leipzig to do the sound recording, and you so graciously lent it to us, but maybe you could tell us a little bit about the car.
Yeah, obvious, of course. So this is, as you said, 2009 Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor, formerly used in the Sheriff's Department somewhere in California. I'm not entirely sure where it was. Got imported like 2 years ago into Germany, and since then is in my possession. Has basically 272 horsepower, so it's rather fast. It's also a little bit heavy, but former police car, so very reliable, and yeah, my dream car since childhood.
So tell me about like the history with you and the Police Interceptor. What made you want to get one of these cars and have it here in Germany?
Goes way back. I don't know how old I was. I was young, obviously, long time ago. It was probably a movie with some police in it. I don't recall correctly. And I saw a whole fleet of LAPD cars, Ford Crown Victorias. And I just looked at the screen and I was like fascinated. I was like totally, like I couldn't get my eyes from it. And I just fell in love with the car. And since then it has become my dream car ever since. And I always wanted one.
Nice, very cool. Now you mentioned about the police equipment. It actually still has the remnants of some of the police equipment still in it, right?
It still has basically in the front here, it still has the Wayland loudspeaker basically. It was used to pull over cars, to have the whole yelping and everything going on. It's still inside. It could be installed again. The cables are still in the car, so it could basically be turned back into a police cruiser.
So maybe you can walk around a little bit of the car. You can tell me a little bit about the Crown Victoria. So I can see it has the original Police Interceptor rims. That's always a really cool.
Those are original as they are. I mean, I wanted to have them like that because obviously it is kind of what it makes it a car. It is what needs to be on it, and honestly, I love it the way it looks. I wouldn't have it without them.
It's just not the same with the aluminum rims. This really gives it the look, especially with those.
It needs to be the steelies. It needs to be the steelies.
And
otherwise
the chrome centers, yeah.
Another thing that probably is interesting, maybe you can see it not, there is like a little sparring out here.
Oh, yeah.
Outsparring. That was where the police lights were used to be, like the spotlights basically, that you can like shine at other people.
And I can see some antennas still here from the old days.
Yeah, the cables and everything is still inside, so it could everything be reconnected, the radio, the whole police equipment.
And this probably would have been a supervisor car because I can see there's no holes in the roof, so.
This was the supervisor car for the Sheriff's Department where it is from. It was driven by the sheriff and the, I think, under sheriff, as I was recalling. And yes, that's what it was. I always have the sticker, as you said, the thin blue line, back the blue. I also have the Police Interceptor badge, which is a little loose, but that's okay. I also have, instead of the original Ford badge, I have like also a back the blue, like a thin blue line.
Well, maybe we can hop into the interior and you can show me that center console and some of the other highlights. Awesome. All right, so now we're here in the interior. Now, how many kilometers does this car have?
So it has like 46,000 miles. So it's, I think, around about 100 and something kilometers, 100,000 kilometers. So it is very low mileage, which is not that common for those cars because they usually have way more, like 200, even 300, like upwards. But this one has very low mileage because it was, like I said, supervisor car, so it wasn't driven that often. And yeah.
I asked because the first thing I noticed is that the seats are in really good condition.
Yeah.
But so I guess originally this car would have had like the whole laptop setup right here and probably some kind of separator between.
I know this didn't have one because, like I said, it was a supervisor car, so it was not meant to have like inmates in the back. So there was no separator. It was always like that. But it had obviously the stand for the computer and like the radio and everything that you use.
Okay, cool.
Also had the black middle console for the like Whalen bar, what you call it? Yeah, the Whalen bar, like for the old chimes and everything that
Right.
you use. It has had that one inside.
So this is really like if you're looking for a P71, this is about as good as you can get because you don't have holes all over the place in the roof and the interior and everything else.
Probably best call, and I mean, they're getting rarer and rarer because they're not produced anymore, obviously. I think the last one sold out 2011, 12.
Yeah, 2011, I think.
Yeah, those are the last ones to roll out, and since then it's harder and harder to get them in good shape. And if you want to get them outside of America, it's even harder because they're getting more expensive and expensive.
So now, do you take this car to are there any kind of like a classic car or veteran or American veteran meets, anything like that?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, we don't really have that here. We have some US car shows, we call them, and some old timer shows. Yes, I take it there a few times. Obviously, it's not the best car. They're not the oldest one. There are some really old cars. There are some Plymouths and stuff, but people look at it, people are interested in it, people coming up to me asking me, hey, is it a police car? How I got it from? Was it a really police car? And then it keeps people interested though. It's
cool, awesome. So as we mentioned, you reached out after we put out that blog, a call for community help. Can you tell me a little bit about your history with Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator, and specifically Road Trip, what your thoughts are about it when you heard about it?
Honestly, I loved it. Some people didn't. I personally think it's a great idea because the game is about trucking, obviously, but it's all about the area surrounding it, so where you're driving to. And I do some sightseeing sometimes on ETS or ATS. I do this. I drive to places, just stop there and look at them because they are made very well. And so the opportunity to do it with a car, especially a car that is obviously like mine, it's like a dream come true. This is like a driving game where I can just lean back, drive to places, look at them and just enjoy myself, having a road trip.
There you go. I think you said it all. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Well, again, thank you so much for helping us out today. We got lots of great sound samples, and you'll be able to hear Marcel's car in the game when Road Trip releases. And of course, you'll be hearing your own car as you drive around. So, yeah. So thank you so much for joining us today on this episode of SCS on the Road. Thank you, Marcel, again, so much. Really appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode.